When it comes to weddings, everyone wants to walk the aisle in style. But unless you have unlimited funds, it's I do, but at what cost?
There comes a time that you have to just have faith that they can do it.
So what it comes down to is the cost.
Yeah.
The alterations are around 200 for a wedding gown. 200.
I just assumed I was getting a better cost for my buck. Yeah, I don't trust you people anymore.
Weddings are the moments you share. They can be done with flair and without too much financial wear and tear. Meet newlyweds Marissa and John. He's a software developer and she's in Teachers College. Their trip to the altar was a one-way ticket to paradise, but how about their budget? Let's find out as we sneak a peek at the events leading up to their big day.
My name is Marissa. I'm 26 years old. I met John when we were in grade 2, and from that moment, I knew we were soulmates. After reconnecting in university, we discovered our bond was stronger than ever. This is the story of how we planned the day we have been waiting for our whole lives.
Well, the wedding may have been a cinematic success, but getting there wasn't without its production mishaps. Let's rewind the reel and see what really happened.
It was a glorious day. Like, it was like the best day, I think, of my life.
Well, mine too.
Yeah.
It's weird that it's almost like watching a movie and you're thinking to yourself, well, this is my life, it's happening now.
Yes, exactly.
It was a glorious day, and thanks to your wedding planner, everything was kept on track.
Our expectations of Tara, the wedding planner, were that we were hoping she'd be really resourceful.
Just be able to tell us, this is how it's done for the cheapest price and the best value.
Meet Tara O'Grady. With 5 years of experience as a wedding planner, she was both proud and willing to be a valued resource and confidant for Marissa and John.
As a wedding planner, I pride myself in being the girlfriend that never gets tired of talking about your wedding. Okay, so let's talk about your big day.
Yeah.
I'd love to hear what your vision is and what it is that you would love to have.
It's mostly me. I guess he's really kind of deciding the theme.
Okay.
But what I'm kind of looking for is classic elegance kind of meets underneath the stars, so to speak. And
Okay.
we have a venue in mind. It's on the water and it has really beautiful panoramic views. So I'm really looking for that kind of classic beauty with really contrasting colors, like white whites with deep reds.
All right, so how many guests are you expecting?
Approximately.
We're aiming between 150 to 170.
For the most part, we wanted to take on the cost of the wedding because we've managed to save the money, and it's something that, we're proud of, and that way we feel we can have a lot of freedom the way we want to do things.
I'm the more budget conscious one of the two. I've been more focused on the numbers and just the final price. That's been my main concern from the beginning.
Okay, are you having an open bar?
Yes, we are actually, and it's fantastic. With our venue, it's going to be a full 7 hours.
Oh, good.
Right through dinner.
Okay, so let's talk about dinner.
Okay.
So you're having sit down.
Yes. The one problem we're encountering is that they are not allowing for a taste testing.
Why not?
I don't know. They just said that they don't do
We asked,
that.
we went to all the different wedding halls, and that was
They
one of the
did
things we
that.
asked for,
Yeah,
and
this
they
one
just said they
location just
wouldn't
didn't do
do
it.
taste testing.
This is a major element of your wedding and a very expensive element of your wedding.
Exactly.
And you should know what you're having. Okay, let's talk about your wedding cake.
Okay, wedding cake. Well, I do have a kind of an idea of what I'd like it to look like. Like, I want it to be a classic white cake with the deep red roses on it.
Okay, great. Pretty. Have you done any research? Is there anywhere that you would like to get this cake?
No, we're hoping you can help us with that.
Oh, I can help you with that.
Great.
Yes, absolutely. Okay. Oh, let's talk about your dress.
I really haven't done much for the dress.
Oh, you mean
Okay.
Actually, I'm getting a little bit stressed out about that, though, because I have been definitely procrastinating on that.
Okay. You need to
Do it
start
soon.
taking that a little bit more, I would say. Let's get on
Get
that.
on it, yeah.
Men have it easy.
They do.
As far as
I
their
know.
wardrobe is concerned, unless
Right.
they make it an ordeal, they've got it made.
Exactly.
Yeah. We're getting to the point that it's a crucial time for her to get the dress. And we're moving into a season that's going to become quite crazy as far as brides and bridal dresses and gowns are concerned. So it's really important to me that she takes this and puts it as her number one priority to find a dress. So if we could just go back quickly just to the flowers and decor. So you're thinking deep red.
I'm not too savvy on, what looks nice together. I kind of have an idea of the type of flowers I want, but I would need a lot of help in that area.
I love that part.
Great, good.
That's my favorite part. So let's look at the reality of it. I
Okay.
would love to see your budget.
Okey-dokey.
Lay it on me. We'll do our best.
Oh, my dress. Do you know, I should have brought it because I still fit in it. It was very romantic.
I don't fit in myself.
When it comes to spending a lot of money for just one day, it's important to know what you're getting into.
This is a major element of your wedding and a very expensive element of your wedding.
Exactly.
And you should know what you're having.
Keep in mind, it's I do and not I didn't expect that. At the end of the show, we'll reveal what factored into the final cost of Marissa and John's wedding day.
I thought we were gonna get just a plain cake, and I never considered getting a designer to make our cake. So.
Yeah, once you hear designer, you think big bucks, you know?
Yeah.
So why did you let Tara take you to this baker?
We're looking for maybe about a 2-tier cake, but what we're kind of more focused on is budget. We're keeping in mind budget as well as keeping in mind, you know, beauty and having enough cake to feed our guests.
Before we get sort of really carried away with budget, let's just determine what it is that you like this. I mean, would you want to incorporate any color, or are you sort of sticking with one palette?
I'm more inclined to go with the white cake, and then the punch of color is the flowers that are on the cake.
Okay, let's try the cakes. Here we go.
Okay, thank you.
Do you have favorite flavors?
Yeah, the strawberry lemon, and this was the one I had in mind. That is really good. So, yeah, I love it. I mean, they're both delicious, but what do you think?
Personally, I like the lemon strawberry.
Lemon strawberry? Yeah, sold.
And now let's talk about budget.
Good plan, Tara. Sweeten the deal, then drop the bomb.
Why don't you tell Dawn what your budget?
Go ahead, John.
Yes.
Our budget we were working with was $250.
$250? They might have to settle for a cupcake.
$250. That's a little bit low for the quality.
Is delivery on top of that, or is
Yes,
that delivery's on top of that?
$40.
$40 for delivery.
Uh-oh, that'll bust the budget.
I hate to be the one to say this because I'm always sticking to budget, but
Yeah.
I think it actually might even be worthwhile to pay the $40 just to have someone else take care of it.
Fine.
I know, it's unheard of.
Perfect.
I was surprised the guy actually made the cake for that little.
Yeah, that one bite that he smushed in my face tasted great. You know what? It was cheap, but it didn't look cheap.
No, it didn't look cheap.
That's the key, you see. For the dress, when I walked in and I started looking at the dresses, they were like half price. And it was fantastic because it was the same concept as the cake. You know, it looked really designer and really expensive, but it just wasn't, so.
Apparently, the key to Marissa's happiness is a bargain.
John's mouth is gonna drop open when he sees you walking down the
I
aisle.
really do love it.
I think this is the one.
I think so too.
Do you think so?
It's nice. It's not too heavy.
Yeah.
The only thing I think you need is probably a bustle.
Can you give me an idea how much a bustle would cost?
Normally, alterations are around 200 for a wedding gown.
Quick! Someone slip Marissa a tranquilizer.
I think $200 is a pretty good price, and that's maximum anyway. I think that's very reasonable, considering how much you're getting your dress for.
It does not seem a little funny, $395, and the alterations are $200.
You're gonna be okay. It'll be less than 200.
It'll be less?
Less.
The dress experience turned out really good. The price was just right, so it was sold right there. One of the big kind of selling features for many of the halls were free food tastings. And that was kind of appealing because we thought,
Free meal.
free meal.
Or maybe not.
So let's just talk about the potential of a tasting.
Okay. Tastings, we don't offer a tasting. We feel that our reputation speaks for us, so we'll have you meet the head chef, but you really have to have faith in the venue.
I had a little bit of apprehension not trying the food because there was so much selection, you kind of think, well, is that good with that, or what is that? So just because I'm not familiar with the menu,
That's okay. Take your time.
so there's so many to choose from. What do you think?
You like Thai food, so there's
Yeah, I just don't know if everybody likes Thai food. To read it, it looks really great. I mean, it's so well done, but I'm not too sure.
What do you like, huh?
I don't know.
Reputation or no reputation, a tasting would have been a good idea.
I wonder. Okay, so just the choices are so okay.
So we
you
did
pick,
that.
you pick, John.
Chicken salad.
Knock yourself out.
Well, I do like these four: the chicken, crab, shrimp, and strawberries.
Yeah. Okay.
four.
So that's
That's a go-ahead?
I guess that's a go ahead.
Okay,
eh?
for
What do you
sure.
think?
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, sounds good. Tara had recommended some friends that had done flowers. My assumption was that she had connections that were, let's say, a little bit more within budget.
Let's hope these two flower ladies can keep Marissa's budget from blooming.
So we thought we'd bring you here because, I mean, there's tons of different color. We can talk about what you want. Maybe you can tell us a little bit about your budget and some ideas that you've thought of already.
One of the staple type flowers I want are roses.
Okay.
Because that's part of my theme, and I'd like them to be like the deep red roses.
Okay. What was your idea on centerpieces?
I was thinking of glass on the table and flowers that kind of cascade down.
Okay.
But full enough so that even if there's a lot at the top, maybe just the tendrils of whatever it is that's hanging down would come down. I'm looking for bigger flowers so that they're more full and they don't look like they're, you know, small.
So now, can we go back to your budget a little bit, just so we can get a better idea?
Okay. So originally, I think we allocated a total of about $750.
Okay.
And we're looking at, I know that my bouquet is going to be a little bit more expensive, but I'd like, if I can, I'd like to cap the girls' bouquets at $30 each.
Okay.
Why not take them to a field and have them pick their own then?
Is there any way that you could provide maybe a sample of what the flowers would look like all together?
Yeah, what we could do is come up with a mock-up and then present it to you, and you can
see how it looks.
Unfortunately, it was more of a muck-up.
Open your eyes.
I was fairly confident that Marissa would be thrilled with what Christina and Amy put together.
Yeah, but
Real?
Yeah, you betcha.
They're real, huh?
They're beautiful, eh?
Okay, is that a lily?
It is.
It's a lily. Okay, so yeah, I did want it higher. I was hoping it would sit maybe about, I guess that's about 6 inches.
And we can do that.
Okay, what is this called?
That is actually called sea lavender or lenomian. I don't like to say it, so I always say sea lavender.
I remember you guys were mentioning the purple. And I never really pictured purple. And even though there's not, well, there's quite a few flowers here, but you know, it's not as many as I thought you would have.
I like what they've done with the ivy in the base here. I think that is a really charming touch.
Looks like Marissa had a different vision in mind, especially when talking about cost.
This is sort of what you get for what your budget is.
I should mention that $22.50 per centerpiece was way over what I thought I was going to spend.
$22.50 for fresh flowers for centerpieces is
very reasonable.
Exceptionally reasonable.
Okay.
But not what Marissa had in mind.
Okay, I'll tell you where I'm at right now. I had a mock-up done with a florist that's just a local florist in my area. It's big and beautiful, and it's really exactly what I'm looking for. And actually, it's in an excellent price range for me.
But Christina and Amy have been very accommodating.
They've been very accommodating
and helpful.
You got it.
Great.
My guess is that they probably won't be able to accommodate that price range with the flowers that I'm doing. What it comes down to is the cost.
Yeah, and if that's the case, then we give them the opportunity out of good faith.
Sure, yeah, definitely.
To say, can you do this for this amount of money?
If they could match it, I'd like them to do a mock-up of it.
There comes a time that you have to just have faith that they can do it.
I was unhappy with the first mock-up. I can't just go on faith, particularly if the first product wasn't something that I was happy with.
But that was just from their own, that was just with absolutely no direction from you. If you need to have another mock-up, then what needs to be done is that they're going to need a commitment from you saying, okay, you're on.
Okay, so then let me be clear with that right now then. I don't think it's necessarily reasonable to say, you have to commit to us, and then we'll provide you the product for you to see. I'm a little irked because, you know, I thought I said from the beginning that I wanted, you know, a high centerpiece, and that I just assumed that I was getting a better cost for my buck.
I'm feeling a little frustrated because your priority is saving money and their priority is that they'd like to make a little bit of money. So perhaps it's not a good fit.
Okay.
Okay, so I want to see the mock-up. This is not about loyalty. If this was about loyalty, then it might be a bit of a different scenario. This is about money.
So here it is. What do you think about it?
I think it's great.
You like it?
I think it's what you want.
Yeah.
Which makes me happy.
Okay.
I guess we were a little bit easier to spend a little bit more money on things when you actually see what you're going to get for your money. Whereas if you're going to spend an extra $5 per table, you want to know, well, you know,
where are the $5
what is it going to?
We decided to have 2 ministers, even though we weren't having a big ceremony.
No. So we were well married.
When you're organizing how and where to spend your money on your wedding day, it's a matter of maintaining your priorities.
Your priority is saving money, and their priority is that they'd like to make a little bit of money. so perhaps it's not a good fit.
Okay.
Okay.
And at the end of the show, we'll let you in on whether or not Marissa and John's final budget was a perfect fit. The menu was blindly selected, the dress was begrudgingly altered, and the flowers arranged for the last time. Had Marissa and John forgotten anything? Oh yeah, whether or not they were able to bottle good taste.
We were talking about wedding gifts, and we figured that, So we figured that it'd be something that we want to give to people that was a little, more personal.
Yeah, it was different.
It's more
we
of a personal gift.
Yeah, exactly.
It's kind of last minute, but we didn't really have much of a choice.
Yeah, it was getting tight.
Too tight to change if no one liked it. Guys?
So basically, everyone's just gonna take some wine, and we just want to get your feedback on it. Give us your honest opinion.
It's not totally dry. There's a touch of sweetness in there, which is great.
It turned out nice. Turned out nice.
So you approve, hon?
I approve.
All right.
Looks like you all enjoyed.
It's worthwhile fill in some more bottles then? I think so. We got a lot of bottles to do.
And they looked expensive. Kind of goes with the theme of everything else, you know? It was cheap, but it looks expensive.
Tacky, but in a nice wrapper.
Yes, exactly. The morning went well. We woke up, I ran around the house screaming, I'm getting married. We got to hair. I was so happy with my hair. That turned out great. Everybody looked beautiful.
It's $48.15, please.
Are you serious? Oh my God. I was expecting like 100. Then we got to makeup, and all my girls were saying, that looks great, you're looking really great. And I was really excited to see it. And the girl that was doing it was right into it. She's like, I'm gonna go different with you.
Unfortunately, different isn't always good.
It's very bold. It's beautiful. Thank you very much.
No problem.
Totally appreciate it. What do you think? It's too much stuff? Too much down here, right?
Yeah, I don't know if it's because I'm not used to you wearing that much makeup. Like, I feel like we don't look like ourselves.
Yeah.
You mean like a shopping mall makeup artist?
Out a bit. In the blackout? Yeah.
Don't worry, Marissa. It isn't anything a facial scrub can't fix.
I didn't really realize how bold the black would be. It's like, I feel like a showgirl, you know? Not that I'm opposed to smoky eye, but maybe smoky eye's not for me. You know? We can soften it up. Soften it, like try to make it lighter. I like it better lighter. Better, yeah. I think the black was a little bit too much.
And while Marissa was being made up, Tara was trying to pick up the pieces and keep the party atmosphere electric.
Oh, man. So, Shelley, these definitely work.
Yep, because there's plugs plugged into it.
Oh, hooray.
You've got the power. Well, Marissa might be wound up, but John was definitely chilled out.
It's funny, everyone's calling, they're like, oh, we're nervous. And I'm like, I'm not nervous.
You gotta be nervous.
I was nervous yesterday. I had to pay the wedding hall. I had all that money. But now...
That's the thing, though. You put so much money into this, you couldn't stop it even if you wanted to.
I called Marissa this morning, spoke to her on the phone. I just told her to relax. You know, this is our wedding day. Let's have fun. You know, you don't get married once, so let's just make the best of it and have a good time.
Easy for you to say.
What I'm just trying to do now is just, like what are you doing? Just natural tone, you know, just to kind of, because it's so gray. Don't you find it's a little gray?
Well, it looks nice.
But in your honest opinion, how's it?
It looks beautiful. Swear to God.
Yeah?
If I
Yeah, I don't trust you people anymore.
Suddenly, the nervousness dissipated somewhat because I thought, well, I want to get married and I want to have a house and a family, so what the age? Let's do it.
When it comes to weddings, every decision is paramount. After all, it's I do, but at what cost?
It's very bold. It's like, I feel like a showgirl, you know?
No matter how much you budget, is it ever enough? Soon, we'll let you in on what Marissa and John paid for their stroll down the red carpet towards eternal happiness.
I need help. When they opened the doors, I just instantly started to gush. Like I was very emotional in that moment. And then I saw John. And
You try to enjoy every moment of it, and it just seems like it's just going by so fast.
Hi, John. Take you, Marissa. I will love you and honor you.
All the days of my life.
And from procession to party, a good time was had by all.
Our reception was fun.
Like, I had fun every second of it, but it was just one of those things that you look back and you're thinking, you shelled off so much money. It just went by so fast.
Good thing your friends serenaded you with free entertainment.
Today was superb.
I'm so happy that I married you.
I'm so happy I married you. My elementary school crush.
This is the perfect day.
The perfect, I love you.
Let's just hope this doesn't crush them.
Our original budget we handed Tara was $18,000.
The cake was I was a steal basically, and it was worth every cent, and it was only $290.
The wedding dress was definitely my dream dress. It was beautiful, and the total cost for that was $600.
The flowers and decorations made Marissa really happy. It fit her image, and it came in at only $1,334.
We are the luckiest people on earth to get such a wonderful wedding planner, well worth the cost of $2,700.
The venue was great. It was exactly what we wanted, and we got everything we wanted for the day, including food and alcohol. The total price was $14,398.
All of the miscellaneous costs, including the attendance gifts, invitations, and wine guest favors, came to a total of $5,685.
What we actually ended up spending was $25,007, so we were over by $7,007. But we knew the budget was going to have to change with time, and you know what? It was really worth every penny we spent.
I agree.
The cake was smushed. The wine was sipped. The couple was satisfied. The only question left is, when did their friends become the Supremes?
I don't think I'd change anything.
No, I wouldn't change anything. No, I haven't got my fingers crossed when I said that.
It's a very profound emotional feeling, but it's also a beautiful feeling.
That's gonna leave a mark.